Could you tell us your name and your major?
Hi, my name is Ethan Rule, and I'm a film and television major at UCLA.
My name is Lacey Dent, and I am a MFA. I'm getting an MFA in directing and production.
My name is Oscar, and I'm a MFA acting student here at UCLA.
My name is Reina. I major in film in directing.
My name is Alex Cameron. I'm a screenwriting major.
My name is Evan Tedlock, and I'm an MFA candidate in the animation program here at USC.
My name is Juliette Devet, and my major is film and TV production.
My name is Gabe, and my major is cinema and media studies.
I'm Laura Diamond. I'm doing an undergrad in intensive directing.
My name is Chris Sullivan. I'm a writing MFA student.
My name is Julia Kennedy. I'm a graduate student at the USC School of Cinematic Arts, and my track is writing.
Please tell us what you have learned from your major, film art. For example, what kind of classes are in school and what those classes are like?
I have taken a wide variety of just general film classes, so I've taken basic cinematography, screenwriting, directing, and from each of those I've gained a little bit more knowledge about just how the film industry in general works and how specific roles work and how they kind of intermix.
Classes are very rigorous, actually. Here at UCLA, it's really nice because we're actually working with professionals that are out in the city working. So I had the opportunity to go work on an actual television set. We're now working with an Academy Award-winning director right next door. So that's what's really, really good about this program. We get to work with actual working professionals, which is really great.
I think that the classes at UCLA are very exciting. The MFA program is broken up over 4 years, and the first year is very intensive, and you make 2 short films, and then the third and the fourth years are focused on making slightly bigger films, the advanced film and the thesis film, and most of the classes are structured around making those films, so you end up with a nice portfolio of movies at the end.
My favorite class here at UCLA is comedy writing. It's with a professor from Saturday Night Live, and so we work a lot on short form sketch comedy, and it's about language and thinking in a linear fashion. Writing jokes is really hard to do.
Well, I've learned a lot about the basics and the fundamentals of animation and just kind of how to put things together. And I've also learned a lot about new technologies. USC is really good about teaching and introducing new ways of creating. For instance, we're doing a lot with virtual reality and a lot with 360 cinematography. And we have a lot of research labs that are kind of dedicated to figuring out how to tell stories in these new mediums.
At the end of my junior year, so the third year in university, I took an intensive intermediate level class called 310, and it basically had us do a short film within 6 weeks. 3 weeks. And we had to write it, we had to direct it, and then we had 2 teammates each. We would rotate, and one of the teammates would produce it, and then the other teammate would shoot it. And that was a really good experience for me because before that I really hadn't made a film with a budget and a script and the support of people who kind of knew what we were doing. And I think from that I learned a lot, and I definitely fell in love with filmmaking through that.
Can you introduce your university and classes you have taken?
It's a lot of them. It's a full-time program, so we do take classes of directing, how to direct actors, how to use camera, how to make documentaries. I mean, it's everything. It's a sound class, editing class, cinematography class, screenwriting class, acting class. I said that already. What else?
The University of Southern California, and taken an entire year of classes so far, including some fundamental animation courses, some expanded experimental animation classes, and some VR kind of interactive media classes as well.
So USC, the School of Cinematic Arts, is one of the top film schools here, and I transferred here 2 years ago and had the honor of taking a couple of intensive film classes and animation classes, and so far it's been a lot of fun. I have 1 semester left. I definitely feel like it's taught me a lot, and I'm excited for whatever it is to come.
So I go to UCLA. I'm in the directing and production program. I've taken directing classes, I've taken screenwriting classes, I've taken editing classes. Also, I've taken some cinema studies classes, more like, film studies, sort of learning the history of film and about other genres of film.
What do you think the most important part of working in the film industry is?
Yeah, collaboration is certainly important. In film, it's always a million different people and ideas all coming together and helping each other and working off each other. So I think, learning how to collaborate, compromise, come up with different ideas and work well with other people is super important.
Most important part of the film industry? I don't know. I mean, it's all just kind of one giant system, and it's difficult to say because there's multiple film industries. There's like the independent film industry, there's the Hollywood film industry. Each country has their own major film kind of industry. So it's hard to necessarily say one piece is the most important piece. I think it's just kind of all of them working harmoniously, and when that happens, that's when something great comes out.
Okay, I think it's collaboration and finding good people that you want to work with and who share similar artistic sensibility with you, because then you can all be really passionate about what you're making.
Especially nowadays in 2016, it's very important because we are able to raise awareness about any of the issues that can possibly come up, whether they're social, economic, race, gender, sexual orientation. It could be about anything, and then we have the media to get that awareness out, which I think is wonderful.
The most important part about being a part of the industry is creating and maintaining good relationships with your peers and with the studios that you work with. The film industry itself is so collaborative by its very nature, animation included. You cannot do it by yourself. And so you're always relying on somebody else to work with you and to help you and to make the project or the film the best that it can be. So the better you are at maintaining those relationships, the more likely you are to succeed in this business.
Probably collaboration, I think, to learn how to work with other people, be a good team player, and also how to make the best possible product you can.
What is your opinion about the movie industry these days? Do you think it is positive or negative?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that through the internet and the digital medium has given a lot of people a platform and sort of democratized filmmaking in a way, but I think that Hollywood and the industry is still predominantly white, and it could be more diverse and inclusive.
I don't think it's positive. It's very different. I think it's a little bit tougher because there are so many ways to get art out. You have all of the different networks now, all of the different avenues where you can watch a movie on your phone. So it's very different. So I think that's where as an artist, you have to really think about where your focus must be and what kind of stories you want to tell, because there are so many avenues nowadays.
I would say the future of the movie industry is in virtual reality and more forms of non-linear storytelling. The sooner we embrace that, the more diverse stories you are going to see.
It's another very complicated and interesting question. I think that there are a lot of really good things about the film industry these days. They provide a lot of entertainment for people when they need it. They are starting to explore alternative ideas and giving voices to people and groups that generally haven't had that outlet or that opportunity. But there's also a carelessness that's going on in the film industry these days too. It's very easy to make content or films or things that do damage to people or do damage to public opinion or do damage to collective consciousness. So I think it's a double-edged sword. There's a lot of really good things going on, but with that power comes a lot of opportunity to do bad things too.
I think it depends on who you ask. For me, I think it's positive. I really like the way that it's headed. I like what Netflix is doing. I like what Amazon is doing. I like what Google is doing. I think, people are smart. It's a capitalist society that Hollywood runs in, but I like what is going on.
I like the movie industry. That's why I study film, but I do think that for my taste, there's more sequels and reboots and franchises compared to original ideas nowadays. But I think that's been prevalent throughout the film industry's history. So.
I think that the movie industry right now is mostly positive, but has a few negative aspects which are problematic. Lack of female directors, lack of people of color directing is a problem.
I think a lot of the best writing is done in TV, which most people seem to agree with, and that in the film industry there's not a lot of money going around to smaller films and mid-budget films marketed towards adults. So I'm hoping it kind of moves away from the sequel franchise film world and more into smaller budget films again, but the TV world is doing really well.
What do you want to do in the future?
In the future, I just want to make things. I consider myself an artist, and I work in animation as my medium, and so for me, I get a lot of pleasure out of just like making things and then showing them to people. I like to create experiences and kind of expanded cinema too. So the more that I could push film into the gallery or the fine art scene, that's kind of where my interests are.
I want to direct films. I'm very interested in it. I'll settle for DPing or something like that, but directing is my goal.
I would like to work in the television industry actually, as a showrunner. So developing and writing and producing television shows, preferably children's TV, like cartoons and stuff.
I want to direct things, films primarily, but also I'm interested in commercials and music videos, and I'm actually working on directing my first music video right now. So I just want to tell a story through film.
Because of everything that's currently happening right now in 2016, even as far as yesterday, I just want to be able to tell stories that matter, and hopefully you can create a positive change within every community.
Are you putting efforts to accomplish your dream?
I hope so. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I'm putting effort towards that. I'm in animation concentration here, so working towards developing my skills so that I can go out and actually make those shows.
Yeah, I'm always reading, watching films. I just saw Green Room last night, which was like this thriller, suspense thriller that I really loved, and it's kind of the style of films that I want to make, like more sort of intense psychological dramas and or thrillers is kind of what my thing seems to be. And I just like watching movies all the time.
I think so. I mean, I'm here at USC getting my graduate degree, which is expensive and rigorous. So I'm putting a lot of effort towards achieving those dreams for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I pretty much work on film stuff. 90% of the time I'm not sleeping. Yeah.
Well, yeah. definitely putting in my full. So what you're saying? Yeah, putting in 100% effort, have a good positive outlook. So definitely.
Well, right now I'm in school, so I have 2 more years of this program. And this summer I'm mostly just writing on my own, and I'm editing a project for a friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes, every single day.
Yeah. At the moment working on a film which is going to be starting to be shot tomorrow, all the way through till Monday. So 3-day, 12-hour days for the next 3 days. So it's going to be fun, so just doing final planning.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything as well.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, yes, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank you
problem.
so much.
Sure.
Sure, no problem.